Alright, you guys, this is episode 15 of War Stories. I'm going to get straight into it, but before I do, I need to take care of some household business. So check it out, man. For the last week and a half, I've been doing all the editing on the chapters. Sandman's been taking care of the inner demons and the war stories, and when it comes to the books, the editing, it's been all me. I know that there's some of you that have been dropping comments about the chapters, repeating. Well, I think one of you said something to the effect of, this sounds like a broken record. I get it, man. I know that the first couple times that I did it, they were all fucked up. You know what I mean? One of you pointed out the fact that there wasn't no background music, and I always put my signature song in all the videos that I narrate. So if you guys noticed that as you were dropping these comments, I kept pulling the videos and re-uploading them. That's why I was trying to fix the problem. So we're gonna get a handle on it, man. You know what I mean? This has only been a week, and you know, if you guys also noticed that, you know, once I taught myself how to edit, I started incorporating the pictures. And that's for some of you that, you know, some of you that aren't driving. Like, there's some of you that might be driving a car, or you might be in a truck driving, and you can't necessarily sit there and watch the video as you're driving. That's understandable. But for some of you that listen to these chapters and like to get the visuals, it's a little different, man, having, you know, the pictures that I've been incorporating. That's been all me. And I told Sam, man, hey, from now on, I want all the chapters to have video like this, to have, you know, pictures, so that they'll have visuals and things to watch while they listen to the chapter. Speaking of videos, so just to give you guys a heads up, for like the last 2 months, I've been working on a production video that I'm going to be dropping hopefully within the next month. And it's basically going to be about everything that you've been hearing in War Stories and Inner Demons. It's going to be a video footage of my neighborhood in the city, places that I grew up in, some of the houses that I used to live at, my neighborhood, the alley where I used to fight when I was a kid, the boxing gym, if it's still even out there, Garfield Park, La Raza Park, where we elephant man that one dude. I mean, I'm gonna try to get all the footage where I'm gonna be actually out there. Like, this is where, you know, this is where we used to post up at right here. This is a parking lot where the homies used to park their rides, used to roll their windows down, and everybody be bumping their shit, man. So, you know, something I've been putting a lot of work in is something that I'm really looking forward to putting together for you guys. So hopefully it'll turn out the way that I envision it to, the way that I plan for it to turn out. But it's gonna take a lot more work, man. And it's gonna take a lot of video footage. So just giving you guys a heads up. It's something that I'm gonna be premiering hopefully within the next month. So without further ado, let me get to this next video, man. And this one's gonna be a quick one, but it's kind of funny, man. So I'm gonna try to give you guys a double up too. There's another one I want to tell you guys is a banger, but it depends on how quick I can get this to you. So real quick. So it's 2003. I'm out there in San Jose. I'm living in San Jose. Well, I'm living in Campbell, but you know, I'm out there in San Jose running around. I'm doing all the grunt work around this time. You guys already know the story. I've been directed by NF leadership to relocate for the purpose of establishing a regiment. Everybody had dispersed, crawled up under a rock because the feds had just indicted leadership out there. Bad Boy, Goose, and Chico was out there as well. So I went out there, and you know, for the first 2-3 weeks, all I was doing was trying to get, you know, find some resources out there, get my plugs, and try to get, you know, situated. That's all I was doing. So at that time, I think I was driving, me and Vicky, I think we had an Explorer. That's all we had. But she wanted a Honda, another commute car. She had a thing about Hondas, man. She always wanted Hondas, and those were the only kind of cars that she ever wanted. So I had been looking out there in San Jose for a Honda. I mean, I think I looked in the fucking paper. I think I looked in Craigslist. eventually, one of the homies, matter of fact, it was Spankio, Herminio Cerna, rest in peace, the brother that was on death row, the one that committed suicide, Spukio. It was his brother that had put me up on an auction that they held out there in San Jose. They either held it weekly or monthly, I'm not sure, but they held it it was a consistent thing. I think it was once a month, man. But anyway, it was and it was a good size. It was a good size auction. There was probably like 300-400 people that used to go when they'd hold it. And the place that they used to sell it was out there in the industrial district. It was a place where it was a lot, man. They had a huge overhang. It had like a roof over it, and the cars were parked. They had them all lined up, back to back. Anyway, there's probably like 300 cars. You go in, you have to pay like a $20 cover fee just to get in, and then you walk around and you look. I guess you just look to see what kind of car you want, and then when you find the car, you wait for them to bid on it. I had never been to an auction, didn't know the policies, didn't know the rules, didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if I seen it on TV when they do their auctions. You know what I'm saying? Somebody take their hat off. I didn't know if it was something like I had to do something like take my shoe off or throw my hat, or you know what I mean. But seriously, I didn't know how the auction worked, so I had been there for about 20 minutes, man. And like I told you guys, I was looking specifically for a Honda and a Honda alone. I seen a lot of nice cars, other cars that I wanted, but I was there to get a Honda. So anyway, I was looking. I had seen a couple Hondas that were cool. They were in good shape. And all these cars, I think, if I remember right, you could look at the car, you could even open up the hood. You can open up the doors, look inside, but you couldn't start the motherfucker. You had to buy it and then take a chance. You couldn't look in the engine. It was something like that. I don't remember, man. So anyway, at one point I had pretty much looked at almost all the cars and I found a Honda, and it was clean, man. The motherfucker was clean as fuck. The interior was clean, the body was clean. It looked like a brand new car. So when I seen it, I was like, this motherfucker, this the one right here. I'm leaving with this car. And you know, I'm standing there, and I think I brought a 211 with me, man. I had a beer. So I'm drinking my beer, and I'm already feeling good. I feel like Debo now, because I'm trying to figure out a way to stop motherfuckers from bidding on this car. All I know is I want this car, and I'm leaving with this motherfucker. So I'm standing there, and there's people that will come, they'd walk up and they look at it, and you know what I mean, oh honey, this is a nice car. And then, you know, I look at them, I just give them that evil look, and they keep on going, man. I look at them like, this is my motherfucking car, and back up off my car, man. So anyway, people are walking up, they're looking at it and whatnot, and eventually some other cats come up. There's 4 of them. I didn't know they were together at first. I just thought, because the place was literally, it was crowded. It was starting to get crowded. It was like almost elbow to elbow. Like not literally, but there was a lot of fucking people. So I didn't know all 4 of these dudes were together. I just thought they were just cats that were just looking at the car, man. Different cats. So, you know, they're looking at it, and I'm listening to them, and I'm watching them, man. And so eventually, one of them leans in the car, and he's checking out the interior, because I won't move from the driver's side. He's looking at the interior of the car, and he tells his homeboy, and his homeboy's standing kind of close to me. He's towards the front on the driver's side, because he had been walking around. They're just walking around looking at it. So he tells his homeboy, he's like, man, this motherfucker's clean, man. This car is nice. And then I finally speak up. I tell him, I'm like, hey, bro, this car ain't for sale. This car's already been sold, man. And the dude's like, huh? What are you talking about, man? The auction ain't even started yet. And I told him, I said, man, like I said, man, this car ain't for sale. It's my motherfucking car, man. And as soon as he said that, his homeboy's like, bro, he's like, why are you tripping, man? You know what I'm saying? Why are you tripping? How you can't be telling people that they can't bid on this car? And as soon as he said that, I just bombed on him. Bow! I bombed on him, and there's two dudes that are behind me. Cause said all four of them had walked up at the same time. When I bombed on this dude, I got socked in the back of my head. The cats behind me fucking snaked me. So now I'm fighting with the dude, all four of them eventually. The dude that had leaned in the car, we all start fighting. Bing bop, bing bop, oh my shoe. And you guys like that, huh? And you that asked me that's the name of that song, I don't know what the name of the song is, man. I don't know if it's Oh My Shoe. But yeah, man, so anyway, we're fighting, and these dudes are not homeboys, man. They're fucking discos. They're straight fucking fly-by-night disco ducks. But disco ducks will fight too, man. Don't get it fucked up. Just because they got skinny jeans, they wear tight pants and curly hair, don't mean they won't fight you. These motherfuckers were fighting. You know what I mean? We're going at it, and I'm getting them up with all four of them. But they're starting to give me a run for my money. You know what I mean? There's four of them. There's like 8 fucking hands against 2. Anyway, at some point, I go for my equalizer, man. I reach in my pocket, I pull out my blade, and I hit the dude, the first one that leaned into the car. I hit him. I hit him in the chest. I know I hit him, man. And as soon as I swung that motherfucker, man, one of his homeboys said, hey, he's got a knife in his hand. Soon as he said that, some cat walked up with the radio in his hand, and he's like, hey man, all you guys need to leave right now. You guys need to leave. Police been called. You guys can't be out here fighting. And when he said that, I put the blade away. I put it back in my pocket. And this other dude is still acting like, you know, the one that I just swung the fucking blade on. He's acting like he wants to get at me. His homies are holding him back, and he's still like, man, what's up, man? What's up? And I look over at him and I laugh. I tell him, man, if you really want to get loose, man, ain't nobody gonna be able to hold you, man. So quit acting like you want to fight with somebody, man. So anyway, I'm starting to worry about going to jail now. The knife's still in my pocket. There's 1,000 motherfuckers in there. I mean, there's people that we were fighting while all these people were walking around. I mean, they're walking around looking at cars and shit, but I know somebody seen me with the blade in my hand. And I know I hit this motherfucker. I know I did. I felt it when I hit him. But when I was looking at him, he wasn't leaking, and I didn't see nothing. You know what I mean? But I know I felt something, man. I know I did. Anyway, I tell the dude with the radio, I'm like, hey man, show me how to get up out of here. I'll leave right now, because the place was packed, and I literally did not know how to go back out the way I came in. I was lost in there. And all I wanted to do was get the fuck up out of there before the cops came. I knew if the cops came, I was going to be the one that was going to go to jail, man. So, he ends up escorting me out, and on my way out, I tell him, hey, man, since you guys are kicking me out, I want my cover fee back. So, might as well, man. When I was leaving, they ended up giving my 20 bucks back, man. I could have went to jail for that shit. I guarantee you, man, if the cops would have came in there, I would have been the one that would have ended up going to jail. These cats would have probably cried and would have said, hey man, this dude fucking pulled a knife out and he was telling us we couldn't bid on the cars and shit. So when I was leaving, I told the dude with the radio, hey man, since you guys are kicking me out, I want my cover fee back. So when I was walking out, he told the people at the front, give him his cover fee. I got my cover fee, and I was leaving. When I got out to the parking lot, as I was walking out, I seen the cops pull up. They obviously didn't know I was involved because they hadn't talked to nobody yet. I got in my shit, and I got the fuck up out of there. Alright, you guys, this episode 15. I know it was a short one. It's probably not one of my better ones, but I just want to get some kind of content out for you guys. I'm going to see about doubling you guys up right now. While Sandman's editing this one, I'm going to drop one more. And then I'm going to get on the Inner Demons. I know I said it yesterday, but again, man, I got to show Inner Demons some love. So either you're going to get a War Stories or Inner Demons. With that said, man, I'm out.